frickin' Ugin time, Karn. It's Ugin time, not Karn time. Ugin time. This is that game in 9th place in a challenge played by Peter H. Masters. Blue-green ramp. This deck looks freaking sweet. So, if you know me, you know I love this ramp core of Llanowar Elves, Glimpse the Core, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, Lumbering World Wagon. And this is moving into some pretty heavy hitters. The new big one here is Anti-Casual Vestige. Causal.
Sure it's fine by the standards of a gross alien monster.
Not casual, causal. Sorry, my bad. And this card is awesome. It can be a ramp spell, it's a card draw spell, it's a payoff. So it's an Eldrazi for your Cavern of Souls to go alongside Sire of Seven Deaths, which is pretty cool. We have 4 Hedron archives for more stuff. And the big thing here is like it's playing Ugin, but it's also playing colorless cards. Being able to use Ugin's static ability is a really, really important one. So yeah, great stuff. Cavern of Souls, naming Eldrazi is pretty cool. A few counter spells in the sideboard. So some Scrap Bots, kind of a cool little sideboard card here. A couple other big boomers. And we're going to see if Blue-Green Ramp will work in this format. And let's find out right now. But remember, real fast, we're brought to you by Anthros, folks. Take care of your body. All right. Now in my 40s, I'm feeling it. And it's very, very important that we take care of our bodies. And so our body functions for the next however long. And Anthos helps you do that. Worth the investment. Spend the money. Buy a phenomenal chair. This is the best one you can get. And, full stop. The only chair you can sit in properly, also recline and be comfortable, which is great. Check them out. Anthos.com. Use the link in the chat or description, please. They do sponsor me. And of course, use promo code JimDMTG for $500 off, $200 off your order. Sorry. Anthros. Fix your sit. Karn was laying belly up that entire ad read, and then decided to immediately flip when I was done. So, hands great, keep. We ramping. Causal. Vestige?
You're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa.
Whatever. How we doing, folks? First, with that follow button, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content, please. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate your support. Hit the like button every video, etc., etc. All right, Llanowar Elves time. Let's do this. Phone play Spire Bluff Canal. They have the Izzet Menace. Do they have the Torch Tower? We're going to find out. Questions that need answering. No. So, that was a pause. Probably a Flood Maw pause? Nope. Extruder, sure. So, take down the Llanowar Elves. Get some sort of a artifacty strategy here, and we're just gonna keep doing our thing, right? So by doing this, elf lives. Gleaming Gear Drake, Sacred Foundry. All right, we're off the radar here, folks.
I may be synthetic, but I'm not stupid.
Okay. Sure. So our opponent is playing some sort of artifact, something or other deck. Fountain Port, Extruder, Gear Drake, and we probably just archive into Ugin, right? Like, here's your Purposing Bay. Sure. Draw another Eldrazi. I mean, we're just gonna play Ugin, so here's an archive. Say go. Oh, I can put the. I'm so stupid. I already screwed up.
Whoopsie.
I can just put the archive in. I'm just an idiot.
I look like a jackass.
Karn is just rubbing himself on the wall back here, distracting me. It's all Karn's fault. All right. Well, that was very dumb, obviously. That's why this card is so good. They're going to Reliquary, punish us. They draw a card off their Relic. They eat my archive. Would have gotten the archive anyway, I suppose, but we would have this in Warp and have drawn a card. Here's a land. Now they can bay away some hay. They just may. No. This is a sorcery speed activation. There's a Meringue River Regent. Play a land. We're going to name Eldrazi, and we're going to just pop in here with the warp speed.
Engage the warp drive.
So, end step. We draw a card. We can put in a permanent. How about a land? Even a land is good. Bloom. Sure, I'm with that. Bloomby Regent. Gain 3 life. It's a dragon. Could have, like, maybe made an argument for just keeping it in our hand to cast the Cultivate side of it, but I think having a body and playing a life is pretty important, so. We just want to stay alive here, given the option. They're probably playing a Synthesizer and maybe even a Fire Crystal if they're playing their Purposing Bay, so it's like a little scary. They're going to pot away the Extruder. And they're going to get a Warmaker's Gunship to deal 5 damage to my dragon.
What have we got on the spacecraft that's good?
We go to 13. I would like a land here if possible. To play another Bay. We draw an Overlord. Not so good. Alright, so let's warp.
Engage the Warp Tribe.
End step. We draw a Hedron Archive. We're going to put in an Overlord. Might just die here, honestly, with these repurposing bays. I have to imagine we're dead here, but we drew pretty badly this game. So, and they had their answer to my elves, which was annoying. They're gonna bay away a bay for a Phantom Train. Okay, they are cooking, folks. They are in the kitchen. They are cooking. Probably playing some munitions. They're going to play another bay. How are we, like, still alive? I feel like. If you activate the bay a few times, you probably should win the game, you know? Okay. Couldn't they have just sacked 3 things and killed us? Just sacrifice Bay, Reliquary, and we just die? Okay. Sure. So, now, I mean, I don't know how we don't die next turn, but we'll keep playing, I guess. Here's a Meringue River Regent, and we get to bounce the Gear Drake and the Phantom Train. This sacrifices another artifact. I mean, I don't see how we can possibly win this game, but... And I guess we'll just attack, because they shouldn't really be on the ground. We're at 3. Huh. Interesting. Again, with two bays in play, I don't see how we could ever win the game. If they can't beat us with 2 cards out of their deck, out of the perfect cards... That's fine too. Alright, sure. Alright, I mean, that certainly was a game of Magic. They're actually pretty sweet. We're gonna bring in some scrap shooters. And I guess like Spell Pierce is kind of in the equation. Some Spell Pierce negate-y stuff. I think shave an Iron Crag. I'm going to shave the Bloomvine Regents. And I'm going to shave maybe a Meringue. I kind of want this negate too. The thing is the Meringue plays well with the... It plays well with the negate, not the Spell Piercers. I think Meringue just seems really weird in this deck, honestly. I'm going to shave a 7-drop. Let me bring the negate in. Sure. Let's try that one again. Oh my god. Alright, that's better. Not great, because they could just easily bolt my elf again, but kind of the cool thing about these ramp decks is that when you're playing 4 Llanowar Elves and then 0 other good targets for small removal spells, they often won't kill them. But their Legion Extruder is like a big part of their thing. Well, that's, it lives, so we're good. So, here's the World Wagon. World Wagon plays really well with the...
Darkness, my old friend.
Okay. 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 I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. All right. We're gonna be okay. I'm doing fine. How are you? Are you? How?
I bet you weren't weren't expecting that one, God.
Annul's gas, by the way. Annul's really good. Here's manufacturing. Here's the Enigma Jewel. So they're kind of messing around more this game. We draw a Overlord, which I guess we're just gonna do the Overlord thing. Sure. Well, Overlord, take up. How many lands are stuck? 24 lands. Land number 4. So they manufacture munitions, and they can use the Jewel for the Bay. The thing about these artifact decks is there are a number of Shadow Storms in the format. If any of them end up being like really good. Some of the activate abilities. Here's a Reliquary. Sure. It's pretty good. And we whiff on a land. Wow. This has been some game. Alright, we're gonna coil and catch. Spell Pierce probably isn't good anymore. Alright. I think we're in trouble. Here's a vault. Draw, discard, make a treasure. They discard Torch the Tower. Play Fountain Port. Once again, when you have an active Bay in play, you should probably be in pretty good shape. And you get another Bay. Sure. They can Bay for the train. Nope, they're gonna Bay away a 0-drop and go get a Clockwork Percussionist.
Yeah.
Okay. What is going on? What's up, decked out EDH? Here's a relic. Huh. And we draw a Hedron Archive. Sure. Feel like we are not living up to what they're up to over there. Decked out! Pile driver. You're all pile drivers. The whole decked out crew. Every single one of y'all. Yeah, I mean, we don't really, unfortunately, apply the pressure necessary to, like, punish them for, like, playing all these setup pieces. So we're kind of just, like, sitting here and not doing much. It's pretty bad. We've got a few boom booms, but they're gonna, I mean, like, with the Bay in play again, they should just be able to, I'm astounded we haven't lost yet. They're gonna get the gunship and kill my guy, sure. Go on. Alright, they're gonna sack the gunship. And get the train. Which should pretty much kill me, right? This is 12 damage right here. Yeah, we played a bunch of aggro decks before this that would have probably just smoked them, but not good against... They're like almost a combo deck, and combo is historically just always very good against ramp. So this is 4 plus, that's 10, 11, 12. I guess we'll let them kill us, but... Let's see what they do. Give me a Farst. Say go. Cool card, the Dabbing Alien, but...
I'm sure it's fine by the standards of a gross alien monster.
Sure, aliens think we're gross too, alright? End step. Munitions. Deal 2. Draw a card. %100% dead. Like, comment, subscribe, support the content. The follow button first thing over here. My name is Jim, pro Magic player, full-time content creator, and commentator. Now they're going to sack the Percussionist, exile another Bay, Get Legion Extruder. We're just done with the war, basically. All right, that was a pretty dominating win by our opponent there. Definitely a good matchup for them. We're not really interacting in the space that we like. You know, the things we're doing don't matter much against them. We're kind of slow, so they get to take advantage of that. But that was cool. If you're curious about the deck we just played against, apparently I won a league recently, and it is something. Maybe we'll play that at some point. All right, come back into some 7 drops here. We're gonna keep this. We got Iron Crag into Whirl Wagon. 1 Phantom Train. Sure. I mean, this one's got a pretty fast Ugin, so I think we're looking good here. Esper. Esper something. So, we got a Wagon or Archive here. I guess they could be like a control deck or something, but I kind of want to just Wagon. You can use the Archive later. If you tap it for mana of a turn, you play it. You get to like get that mana back, which is kind of cool. So, all right. So say go. End step Flood Pit Structure. So there is an Esper version of Dimir Midrange that just plays like white for like get lost to kill Kaidos in the mirror, right? We are pretty well rolled up here though. They look pretty dead. So they're gonna Kaido. We're gonna kill the Kaido.
Shadows and into the fray. I've got you beat 6 different
Yeah.
ways.
We're gonna. We have 5 mana. Yeah. So cast Overlord. Play a land. Crew the Wagon. Kill the Kaido. And even though the Dimir deck is like, you know, they have counter spells and disruption and stuff like that too, so like they're kind of good against the rampy decks. Still, ramp beats mid-range is the the standard operating procedure here, and I think they have actual 0 chance to win. So, I think we're in good shape. Here's Voice of Victory. Good luck with that one. Oh, here's an Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Say goodbye.
Get off my plane.
Does Ugin resolve?
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
We'll just draw a card.
Threat that I cannot manage.
And yeah,
Open your
they have
mind.
the Drowner, so we'll just move to combat, and if they tap this, we'll crew this in response. That's also fine. Good luck, my friend. Shoot the sheriff. Sure. Ugin's talking mad smack.
You didn't say the magic word.
Think that adding a color probably makes them... I guess they have get lost to maybe kill the Ugin directly, but these tap land stuff slow them down a little bit, and they really got to kill us fast. Kind of similar to the last match, honestly, where just like we weren't really able to pressure our opponent, they were able to do their thing. They're not really pressuring us, letting us do our thing. But we're doing the ramp big stuff, and our last opponent was doing more combo-oriented stuff. So, all right, I mean, they're just actually just dead as shit. So, we're going to just draw a card, play Sire of 7 Deaths, kill their Siren. Could have played Ugin, I mean, I had Archive first, I guess, but
Fate
whatever.
flows as easily as water.
Crew this. They'll Drowner it. We don't care. Play Lana Relf, say go. Yeah. And there's no way they can possibly hope to contain the Uginness held within. They're going to keep trying, though. Here's Seam Rip. Goodbye, Lana Elves. That's a bingo for them. That was the most important card on our board. They're going to attack me for 2, and they're going to quickly realize that they're done here. All right, they're done.
Keep the change,
So-
you filthy animal.
Probably see some counter spells and stuff post board. I don't think we change much. You know, we have 2 Cavern Souls, the 4th Sire, Scrap Bot, Scrap Shooter. Mostly want to just do our thing. I don't think Meringue is great against them. Scrap Shooter is not really great either, honestly. Curator's like okay. Curator, Spell Pierce, Negate, Flood Maul, all pretty mopey. Might just like not change. I guess he wasn't really blockers, maybe. Karn's pissed at someone. Let's shave the meringues. Maybe not. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna stand pat. All right. More of that, please. Oh, we're down a match, right? Oh my God, the archives. That's actually pretty good. Like, they duress my glimpse the core. We don't draw land. We're in bad shape, but I mean, glimpse core into archive is pretty good. One of those sneaky starter cards in Foundations. Draw land. Oh, sure. Spell pierce me, friend.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
Now what? Duress me. Bring it on. So they take the Ugin, but Archive draws cards also, so they gotta have a negate here, right? Ooh, ooh. Welcome to Warp Zone. Play around that negate, draw a card, put it in an archive. Love it. Ship it. End step flip it, Strauner. You got it, friend. Just not fast enough, you know? Alright, Iron Crag. We are just gonna dump our archives in play. Thanks, Karn. Appreciate it. Sorry, folks. Karn is really mad about something. Really mad. Someone's like breaking into my house right now. Someone's like you know, pouring gas around my house, lighting it on fire. Karn's like, no, don't do that.
Waka waka.
Okay. We do need to be aware of a single counter spell. This costs. Yeah, we can't play Overlord and this, unfortunately, but we can play another archive. We can hardcast the Vestige and just play Llanowar Elves. And like, no, this is a remove trigger, not a death trigger, so that even if they exile it, doesn't matter. Play Llanowar Elves too, and now we're in phenomenal shape, I think. Llanowar Elves is actually quite good here, being able to block the Flippance Drowner. They had another Drowner. They have Fey Bloom Trick. Tap a creature an opponent controls. That's pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They might have pulled it off this game. We'll see. Nope, just the Flyers. Oh, no, they're recommended, sure. All right, so block here. Take 5. God, I hate this card. Oh, I hate this card so much. All right, so we need to draw a banger here. We are at 8 life. Ugin exiles, right? Shoot the Ugin, please. We draw a Cavern of Souls. So let's add Carlos Colorus and draw 2. They got 2 mana up still. We draw Meringue River Regent. That's a pretty good one, honestly. In that we can make it uncounterable. Sure. Name Dragon, play Meringue. And this is going to bounce. What is this?
Cassie and I got Pizza Hut.
You and Cassie got Pizza Hut?
Yeah, it was $2 personal pan pizza Tuesday.
Still a piece of garbage.
$2 for a personal pan pizza today.
The stream is not sponsored by Pizza Hut.
It's not, absolutely not. Jim would never let that happen.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to kill both tokens, I think.
Can't be $2 pizza.
Yeah, you can. You can just not eat Pizza Hut. All right, and then we're just going to say go. Long game favors us. Karn likes Pizza Hut, apparently. Shoot the freaking sheriff. All right. All right.
Do barrel roll.
What is going on behind me?
I don't know.
What is happening back there?
Losing his mind. Do barrel roll.
All right, go in your bed, man. Do a barrel so they can see you.
There's 2 Karn buttons.
Voice of victory, sure.
Do barrel roll. Just
I'm glad Karn's entertaining y'all.
Do it.
While our opponent sits here and does nothing.
That was worth the $2.
Alright, so they move to combat. We are at 8. I'm not feeling great here. We're just gonna say go though. Untap. Draw another land, unfortunately. Alright, let's draw 2 more cards. Can't find Ugin. Find another Meringue, though. That's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to play another Meringue. We can't bounce the Soulstone because it bounces non-land permanents. We bounce the Curiosity, we can just recast it. But I think we're scared of a counterspell. We've got... Yeah, sure, whatever. Cast Meringue. If they recast this, they can't activate the thing. So bounce this, bounce these 2 things. Try and hold on here. Bounce 2 things. Cast Glimpse the Core. And we're just going to say go. Still want the blockers. Still want to stay alive. We still have cards in the bank. A big in our hand. I haven't played Mono Black since 10 New Ruse now. Consider bouncing the Prestige to Orbit again? Yeah, I mean, that could be a possible outcome. We have the mana to do it. Recast Curiosity, sure. Our blocks are great. I guess we could have... We could have bounced it, warped it, put in the... It comes in tap, though, which is kind of rough, so... So yeah, this thing putting in things tapped is rough, because, like... Then you can't block with it. We're really just trying to stay alive. So. Alright. Another dragon down. Blocks are still good. 2 cards left. We draw another archive. This is absurd. Alright, draw 2 more cards. Alright. We can Archive and Overlord and Llanowar Elves. Playing the Archive first does have us run afoul of like a mana leak effect, but whatever. Alright. Say go. Still trying to hold on. Unfortunately, the Voice of Victory just like attack with everything. They didn't animate the Soulstone Sanctuary end step. God, it's so good for us. That's so good. Trying to hold on here. There's a hard cast Kaido, Bane of Nightmares.
I love a dramatic entrance.
Just gonna surveil 2. I think our opponent has not played these last few turns optimally. That's an odd play, right? I feel like you just act with everything. Or just stun something. We get to crew response, but... Alright, you're starting town. Like, eventually we're gonna find an Ugin, right?
Bingo!
Okay. I think we're going to start by drawing first. We have 1 card left. Probably to exile the Curiosity. We draw a lot of good stuff. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 mana. Cast Ugin. Let's exile Curiosity. Then we can add mana. They're going to negate the Ugin, sure. Negate the Ugin. Curiosity's gone, most importantly. Now we can threaten just to attack Kaido. And we have, we can't cast Bloomvine anymore, actually, which is kind of rough. Attacking Kaido forces chump blocks. I think I like leaving the wagon. Let's just do this. This forces to block with the Sanctuary or the Voice. Leaves back 2 blockers. Again, I think we're favored a longer game. We just have 2 big fatties in our hands, so... I guess they could stun, but I can crew, so... Well, I think it's a good card. They're just gonna scoot. Alright. Sure. We'll take it. Alright, one more time. Mulligan. Keep. Hand's good. Do we dump a 7-drop? I think we do, unfortunately. Even with the ramp spell, like, the first 7-drop wins the game, probably, and we also just have 7 7-drops in our deck, so. Alright. Island Starting Town. We do draw an Iron Crag, which is kind of cool. Scorch. New sub, welcome. Scorch. Spell Pierce. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's alright. That's fine.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
Swamp. Cecil. Alright, so now it's just Dimir, not Esper. We draw World Wagon. That's a great draw. Phenomenal draw. Another counterspell? No, didn't think so. Alright. They have a threat as well. They go like end step 2-1 into like Kaido here. That could be a fast enough curve, but I can almost know one ban for the rest of my life. Who would it be? That's a really tough question. It's a challenging question. Need a ban with a really expansive discography. That's also like a lot of meat. Sunset Saboteur. Alright, well, we're in here. So, we're casting Ugin. They probably have a counterspell. Doesn't matter, though. Do you want to discard a card to kill a Saboteur? I don't think so. I'm just going to kill this thing. They counter the Ugin, sure, but... So, my favorite band, Sunset Saboteur. Yeah, this thing was like if this thing came in on turn 2, it probably would have died, but my thoughts go to like kind of like instrumental proggy bands like Mogwai, Earth, Godspeed You, Black Emperor, just like a lot of content. It survived. It resolved.
Inconceivable!
Explosion of the Sky is just weaker than those bands, I think. It's got to be a pretty long discography, you know. I'm not sure. It's tough. It's a tough question. Like Streetlight basically never misses. They just have like 3 great albums, but like it's only 3 albums.
The wise.
Why are they still playing this game? What is going on? Like, Bitter Triumph. You got it. Oh no! What will we ever do?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Like Sigor Rose? They're okay. I've heard them a little bit. Alright, so they draw a card. We don't care. Just play another Ugin. Sire of 7 Deaths also. We're going to exile this Enduring Curiosity. We're going to gain some more life and draw another card. And, yeah, just going to keep on keeping on. Soulstone Sanctuary, sure. Yeah, like, the problem is that, like, I think you want a band that isn't too jarring one way or another. I can see myself, like, you know, getting tired of ska for a little bit, or getting tired of screaming or whatever, like, you know, like really heavy stuff. Yeah, the game's obviously over, so. And, like, instrumental stuff is the least jarring possible. But, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough question. All right, so they're playing Dimir. They have a pretty aggressive lineup of creatures. We are somewhat interested in just like generic blockers, honestly, because they have like the 4/1 and the Cecil and stuff. To the point where like I think the Scrap Bot might actually be kind of cool against them. Meringue and Bloomvine. Sire's fine but killable, I think. Keen-Eyed Curator. Yeah, I kind of like these scrap bots. And I think Saboteur is very good. Yeah, that card really hits. Bloomvine is... It's like fine against them. Meringue's really expensive. I don't like Floodmaw. I do want early blockers, but Shooter's not great. I'm gonna try this. We're discussing like bands like Radiohead, Nine Inch Nails, these bands that have like super long discographies that are some good, some bad, you know? Tool's not bad. And I think it's got to be like, band's got to have a lot of meat on them. You know, like I could listen to Mars Volta, a Mars Volta album like 3 times in a row because there's just so much going on, you know? Whereas like something super simple wouldn't be as exciting, you know? Beatles is a good answer. What's up, Swelch? First time chatter. Nine Inch Nails or Mastodon? Yeah, I think Nine Inch Nails is a reasonable answer. Nine Inch Nails is a band that really held up for me. Like some of the bands from when I was a teenager, like, are pretty bad. You know, like you know, Stained or like Limp Bizkit or whatever. But Nine Inch Nails holds up. The London Philharmonic. Can't lump Radiohead some good bad territory. I disagree. I think Radiohead's early stuff really bores me. Not a big fan of like the bends and stuff. For Radiohead, like I like OK Computer. I think that Kid A and Amnesiac are like 2 of my top albums. Like I consider that like one album practically, and it's like one of my top favorites of all time. And then stuff after, like the later stuff was like fine, you know. But I think that Radiohead's pretty unbalanced. What's going on here? Kid Amnesiac, exactly. Okay. We'll take it, I guess. All right, so we went 2-1, I guess. I mean, I really am a big fan of these ramp decks in Standard. I just really love like the Llanowar Elves, Glimpse the Core, World Wagon, Overlord, like core. This deck does that pretty well. I think a problem with this deck is it's not considering the curve well enough. Having seven drops is rough because you don't want to be in a spot where you have 6 mana on turn 4 in case you can't do anything, you're dead on board, you know? So like, and I don't think Sire's very good. I think Sire's the kind of card where if your opponent can't kill it, it's good. But if your opponent can just kill it and take 7, you're not applying any pressure to them at all. So I think a card like what's it called? The Dinosaur, 7 mana Dinosaur, big score, sheet. I freaking love that card. I don't remember what it's called. Tyrant something, whatever. That card. The Dinosaur EDB gain 3 draw card. Vaultborn Tyrant, thank you. I think that card is a much better stabilizer. That is a better stabilizer, gains the life up front, draws a card, and is better against removal. So like I think having too many 7s is a bad idea anyway. So I think there's some issues here, but I think that Ugin's great. You know, and if people aren't playing that many counter spells, this is like a pretty cool way to approach the format. Really good against mid-range decks, as you saw, and then also pretty bad against combo decks, which is kind of an issue. This is a deck that would probably be really bad against VV. Like VV Cauldron decks, which is very scary. But yeah, cool deck for sure. Definitely, I think it needs a little work, but pretty sweet stuff. So again, this is Peter H. Masters deck, came in 9th place in a challenge. Looks cool. More to play on stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.